don't have any time for any gossip now. Eh? Yes.
Hey guys, we are back for another video. Make sure you guys hit that like, share, and subscribe button, and also make sure you enable your bell notification so you do not miss out on an episode. And as always, let me know what y'all think in the comments. Okay, guys, let's jump right into this. We already know that it just seems like everybody that comes into contact with Diddy, Sean Combs, Nasty Man, that is the name that I'm giving him, Mr. Nasty Man. It seems like it ends in a suit. So, same situation here. Now, this is a close family friend. She's been knowing Kim Porter for a very long time. And as we get further in the video, I will show you guys pictures, in which she was with the twins when they were little babies. You can actually see them in strollers. Well, she worked with Kim before Kim died, and she helped Kim on special projects and also helped Kim with the girls. Obviously, we know, Kim had passed away. Diddy had asked her, and her name is Raven. Her name is Raven. I won't tell you her entire name because she wanted to be not included. She didn't want her full name to be included in the lawsuit because she feared being harassed. However, Diddy went to the court and stated that he wanted her name released because guess what? He's such a monster. So I'm just going to refer to her as Raven because I don't want trolls going to her social media page and all of that. But anyways, so she was hired to work, for Kim. Of course, after she died, it was stated that she went to live, with the girls, moved in the home to help take care of the girls. Obviously, their mother had passed away. It was a very hard situation in which, she agreed to come on and help with the girls. Well, let me just give you some upfront information. It was stated that she was literally working 7 days a week, no time off. Like she was literally working around the clock. I don't think she ever complained about it. However, what happened next is what's going to blow your socks off, and we'll get into that. But most recently, Miss Raven has taken to the court, and she's actually taken to the court because now we see all of these other lawsuits coming out against Diddy. So she is asking the court to be able to see any information in which he is either convicted or had been convicted of any crimes related to, we already know with these sex crimes, and anything related to anything involving his name. So that is currently what she's asking for. Because keep in mind, she has an open lawsuit against him because what ended up happening is she was ultimately fired. But the reasons that he said that she was fired for doesn't really make a lot of sense. And we're going to get into that in a moment. So ultimately, Raven was fired because it is stated that she told Diddy that she was pregnant. This is an older picture of her, of Kim. I just wanted to show you guys that, she's very familiar with Kim. Kim is a real friend to her. She had been around Kim for several years. In fact, she called Kim her aunt. Now, they are not like real blood relatives, but you don't have to be blood relatives to be considered family. I have friends that's closer than family. So let's just get back into the story. It was stated that she was actually let go. Well, this is what she's saying because she told him she was expecting, and he ended up telling her that he did not want her anymore to be the nanny because he felt like he did not want his daughters to be around someone that was having a child out of wedlock. Mic drop. That makes no sense considering every single one, and I'm going to repeat it, every single one of his children were conceived out of wedlock. I mean, the twin girls are not dumb. They know this. They know they were conceived out of wedlock. They know their brothers was conceived out of wedlock. They know their new sister was conceived out of wedlock. So not only were all of her siblings, all of their siblings conceived out of wedlock, they were by different women. So let's not add insult to injury. But moving on. So she stated that basically he fired her basically for being pregnant. But I'm going to get into some more information and what is actually speculated as to why the real reason is that he fired her. Keep in mind, when she came to live with him, she already had a son. So she already had a son. So the fact that he hired her, she already had a son. She wasn't married at the time. She had a son. So it would have been a similar situation. So let's get into, guys, the real reason why she was terminated. Okay, guys, so let's get into the facts. Raven actually also spent a lot of time with Kim. It is stated that when Kim passed away, that she was one of the people that found Kim and she had deceased. Apparently, the twins were not there. So imagine being the person that finds your employer. In this situation, her and Kim was close, so she would have known if, Kim was sick, or she would have known that because she was working with Kim in the days leading up to her actually passing away. So, what would you do if that happened to you? I'm going to ask questions like, well, what happened? Well, how did she feel? I would be asking a ton of questions because deep down inside, Raven does not believe that Kim died from pneumonia. So it is being stated and speculated that the real reason why Raven is no longer working there, it has absolutely nothing to do with her pregnancy, which would make a lot of sense, right? Because if he did not want her to work around the girls, being that she was pregnant, she had already been around the girls. You guys can see the picture on my screen. They look to be maybe 5 years old. Obviously, at that time, they don't know about, biology, men, women and men and what they do, but she had already been around them. And if it was such a problem, she would have never been around them. And even so, if that was the case, she already had a son. Well, let's jump into the real tea. Again, it was stated that she would ask the girls occasionally just little things, which I would say is totally innocent questions like, where were you at? And, nothing to, grilling, that will make them feel out of place, but just basic questions. You have to understand, if I'm working with someone and they just suddenly deceased, in my mind, I'm like, what in the world did I miss? Like, I'm asking questions. So it is being alleged that he did not like the questions that she was asking the girls, and he stated that the girls started to act different. So let's dig deeper into this tea. So it is also being speculated and alleged that Ravens start to wonder, like, what in the hell is going on here? Because think about it, guys. If something happened, it happened. But if the stories keep changing, you're going to start scratching your head like, what in the hell? Like, what am I missing? It is being alleged that Puffy stated that the girls, for somehow, she had dropped them off to him. And it seems like after talking to the girls, that is actually not what happened. Now, I'm still, investigating this, but it seems like Raven start to grow concerned because she's wondering, like, what in the world? And keep in mind, she's around the girls all the time and she's noticing, inconsistencies. Now, keep in mind, these are kids. We don't know what they were told to say, or they're perfectly innocent kids. But it seems like Raven start to speculate and start to, like, really think like something is wrong here, like something is really not adding up. And it is said that that is why she was fired. Obviously, Diddy is not going to come out and say, I fired her because she continued to ask about my ex deceased girlfriend or baby mother, whatever you want to categorize Kim as. But it is stated that she was fired because she was really concerned and thought that, no, I don't think Kim died. I don't think she died of pneumonia. Something else had to happen. Well, if you were the one that was plotting to take Kim out, I don't think you would like that line of questioning either.
boy, and you're getting married. That's a boy, and you're getting married.
So, in just pulling all of this information together, one thing that pretty much everybody agrees to is it doesn't seem like Kim died of pneumonia. It just doesn't seem right. It doesn't sit right with her friends, her closest friends, Kamora Lee Simmons, just everybody. There's just a huge speculation around what the hell really happened to Kim. Now, with Miss Raven here, and I showed you guys the picture. She's been around these girls since they were in strollers. And I believe they're going to be 17 years old. So that's a very long time to basically fire her and let her go because she was pregnant, but you celebrated her pregnancy and then she was fired. I'm confused. But then to say, you know she was let go because it was never something permanent because the girls were going to be in school. Well, they have somebody now that's taking care of them, which would have seemed that she could have did that same type of work. She did admit that it was never meant to be permanent and forever, but the fact of it is she's saying that she was fired, and this is her on the screen with Christian, because she told you she was pregnant, and that could have been the reason that he gave her, not thinking that she would take legal action. But the truth of the matter is people are saying that the real reason is because he just didn't want her around. He didn't want her around because he knew what he had done, and she had started to ask questions, and something about this Raven just did not believe that Kim died of pneumonia. So y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And let me know if you guys want me to bring up the documents, because I can actually get the court documents. But I'll wait to see what you guys say in the comments. See you in the next video.